Hi.
Here.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
I like you.
I like you.
Cool.
I like you.
I like you, Dale. I like you, Trey.
Oh,
Hey guys,
Hi.
this is Trey. This is
Trey.
Dale.
Hi, everybody.
They are.
The
Color Knots.
That was good. That was good. We didn't plan that. So I guess to jump right in, since it's a weird interview, since it's late and we're in a different place, as you can tell by the Van Halen, and no wall of boobs. I know. I'm sorry. I'll ask the first question. So we like to start off with this one because it's pretty general. But how do you two identify, and what are your preferred pronouns?
I identify as him, he. Yeah.
Same.
Yeah. Cool. Sweet. Settled. And do you two possibly identify as, like, if you could use a word to describe yourself sexually as a sexual being? What would that be?
Sexuality.
Yeah, queer.
Yeah.
Queer.
Queer.
Gay.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which one would you say you would say first?
I would personally say gay.
Okay.
Me too. But I've just recently learned exactly what queer is. But yeah, I would say gay.
What's your definition of queer and what's your definition of gay?
Queer is like fluid, I think, right? Fluid within sexual, like that sexuality. I think that's what it is, right? I don't really know much.
I
about
always
that
like when
aspect
people
of
ask
queer.
me what queer is, I always say that it's like your most authentic expression of self and whatever that means to you. And I like queer personally because it forces other people to ask me, what does that mean? And then I get to tell them that for me means X, Y, and Z.
That
I
makes
like that,
sense. Because queer is happy.
Yeah.
Queer is, yeah.
But so is gay.
Expressive. Yeah.
I mean, I used to use just gay. I always preferred not using lesbian as a identifier.
I have to know you very well to say that I'm a lesbian. Like, you have to
I don't
know
even
about
like
my
to
life.
say it. Not that I don't identify as such. Like, specifically, I am a lesbian, but I just hate that word. Like I said, probably before, too many syllables.
It's not clean enough.
It seems like I'm attacking people with it.
Lesbian.
Yeah.
Three.
Versus like gay, queer.
Yeah.
Just seems
There's just
simpler.
one. Gay.
Yeah, yeah.
So since you're gay, maybe queer, when did you first come out to yourself and to other people? What was that experience like?
You want me to start?
Yeah.
I realized I was gay at the end of elementary school because when I first started when I was in kindergarten, I was in a new school, and it was really weird for me because it was like it was in an area where I was moving towards, because I was in the Kernan area of Jacksonville, and then I was going to the north side, so it was kind of weird. But anyways, yeah, I just realized I was really different from a lot of the kids that I was around, and then I didn't really know what to call it until the end of elementary school. And then when it was the 6th grade, then people started pointing out those differences about me, and it kind of forced me to learn more about myself in that aspect, because I didn't know why these kids were like pointing out my differences. I didn't know why they were telling me like why I'm playing with, like, you know, all girls, or why I don't have guy friends. But yeah, I came out freshman year of high school, and I came out to my parents first.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like as in like I didn't really want to say anything because of course my best friend knew, her name was Deja at the time, and yeah, I just came out to them first officially. It was my mom, because I would never do it to my dad.
Why not your dad?
When I was growing up, me and my dad, like, our relationship wasn't really the same when I feel like I was starting to be in myself, like coming into who I was. We just started drifting apart from then, and it just really wasn't the same when we would always bicker and fight, and like, yeah, that's why I would have never thought to like come out to him first, because I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
I remember having like times where I'm just like thinking like, wow, how's it gonna be 10 years from now, and like how am I gonna say this to my parents, like especially my dad. That's who I was worried about. But yeah, I came
So
out to
how
him.
did your mom react?
I was helping her at work, actually. It was a like morning, and she actually approached me. She told me, she was like, "So, do you have any interest in boys?" And I was like, "No, definitely not. No."
Like, shit, that was my chance.
Yeah, I know. That's how I felt, and I thought that's what it was going to be the end of. But I think it was the time. It was the right time for it to happen. And she was basically like, "I know. Like, are you sure?" And like, so then that's when I finally like broke down and like everything came out, and I just said, I'm gay. This is how I feel, and all this other stuff. And then she brought me to a church. And she told me
It is the South, baby.
she told me to pray about it, and like she was really
Like
nice.
pray
and
the gay away, or like just pray about like where you're going in life and.
At that time, I think it was to pray the gay away, and I think she was just doing what she thought was best because she wasn't expecting the outcome of what happened that day. But I mean, see, me and my mom's relationship now, it's perfectly fine. My dad, perfectly fine. But at that time, yeah, it was for that reason.
Yeah.
But,
How about you?
Yeah. When did you first come out?
I feel like I just recently came out to myself. I think when I started dating Dale, I think I came out to myself. Like I was like, "You're gay. You can't really do anything about it anymore.
Yeah.
You can't pretend like you like girls or that you want to be with one just for your parents or for your dad. Really, it was for my dad. I think it was really mostly I wanted to pretend with myself and like, you're gonna be with a girl one day. You can't. This is just a phase. So I was telling myself that, which was kind of like this convoluted version of myself. I was like walking around trying to prove myself to everyone that I could be something that I wasn't.
Yeah.
And I think elementary school was really like not really a time where I didn't know what I was. I didn't know what was going on mentally. I was like mentally confused all the time. It wasn't just about me being gay. It was about like what am I doing? Like who am I? Why do I feel weird? And then when I got to middle school, there was multitude of things that I got bullied for, but it was like a lot of people were like bullying me for that. They're like, "Oh, is he gay? He hangs out with these girls, or he's never had a girlfriend, or what is like, why is he?" And I started playing sports because I wanted to prove myself to my dad and to the people in school that I wasn't gay. I can play sports, I can play football, I can do it, and I did that, and it didn't make me happy at all.
Yeah.
At all. And then when I came out to my parents, it was weird because I didn't really come out to my parents. I came home one night and it was a weird, awkward. I came home because I came home really late and I was scared because I had met this boy like when I was in like middle school, like into middle school, and I kissed him and I came home like really late because he lived in my neighborhood, and I was crying. I was like, I don't know what to do. Like I just told him I was bisexual, and it was weird. This is a long coming out process.
Yeah.
A long coming out.
I mean, coming out never.
Yeah.
We come out all the time.
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
gay people still like.
Yeah,
I literally said I was bisexual at first too. To my mom.
Oh, I did. My mom's like, you're gay. I'm like,
oh.
yeah, you're right.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wow, I never knew that.
Yeah, I came out as bisexual, and I came out to everyone like that for a long time. Everyone was like, I'm bisexual, and it was more lighter for me to handle mentally to be, I could still have a chance to be with a girl. My
Yeah,
parents
it's
are
like you had like one foot in the door.
Yeah, and I was
Felt
like, and then I think recently when I dated someone before dating Dale, whatever, and my mom found out about that, and then she knew from there, and I was like, he's gay, like he's not dating any girls, like he doesn't. I had no interest in girls. I still don't, obviously. But yeah, and I think recently when me and Dale started getting a lot more serious and stuff, I just really had to my parents started realizing, and I didn't really come out to my dad really because he already knew, he basically has disowned me at this point, I think, really, but my mom's a lot more open to it, and I love my mom for that.
Yeah.
My dad's he's a dick ass.
He really is.
Get your shit straight.
A dick ass is a new, it's a new.
It's new, yeah.
Yeah, it's new. I hope you.
Is it a
I hope
dick
my-
ass?
Yeah, I don't know. I've
never
never
heard-
heard of it before
A
now.
dick and an ass.
Yeah, an ass.
I understand it.
Yeah, you get the term.
Yeah.
He's not the best, person mentally. He's mentally, he ruined me a lot throughout my childhood. Like he wanted me to be something I was not. But yeah, I came up to myself recently when I started dating Dale. I was like, I'm gay and I'm happy and I'm queer now that I,
So recently you started using like gay qualifiers. But before you
yeah, I've
were
never
using
really used
bi.
it before. I never, anyone that asked me, I'd be like, whatever, whatever.
What about you? How long did it take you to make the step of like using qualifiers like gay and I guess queer now? After you came
I
out?
mean, honestly, now that I really think about it, like I used it in high school, of course, if anybody would ask, I would tell them. But like officially, I feel like after high school, it's like now I'm comfortable in it. Like it's who I am, and like I'm not gonna say anything otherwise, you
Yeah.
know. So
Yeah, that's interesting. It's not really like a qualifier then. It just is an identity.
Yeah.
It's a really good point. Do you have any queer identified family members?
I have one. I have two, but one that I was familiar, like close with for a time, like was my stepsister, which is my my stepdad, which is the person I was talking about. That's his daughter, and he like doesn't talk to her either because she's lesbian. Like she's identifies as being lesbian. So
Is he like openly hateful about it, or he just doesn't want to engage?
he's not openly. Well, sometimes he could be openly hateful about it. Like Dale is not allowed to come in my house because of him. Like he's not in my parents' house. We live together now, but when I was living with my parents, they would not let him in. Like not my mom. It was my dad's decision. My mom listens to everything my dad tells us because he is the man of the house. Yeah, so they wouldn't let him in the house, but they let my sister's boyfriend in the house. So like it obviously knew it was something about sexuality. Yeah.
It's
so.
funny because you guys aren't going to get pregnant.
Yeah.
At least not like after trying too hard. But you gotta try at least, okay? So you two are in a band together. You sing. They're lovely singers. If you haven't heard of Color
Thank
Knots,
you.
check them out. SoundCloud,
Do you guys
Instagram.
produce your own beats and stuff?
Like
Like the music behind your words?
majority.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
we make a lot. Now we're like we're working on like the EP, and all the beats that are going to be on there are going to be beats that we've made.
Cool. I love it. I can't wait
just
to
go on a journey
the
every
CD
time you
comes out,
drop
'cause I'm
music.
gonna have it in my car
We're
forever.
excited.
Just like, Nina, shut up. Color Knots just put something out.
And then we
Everything
listen
you're
to it
doing.
3 times in a row in the car. It's good. We do it. So how is your orientation? How you like identify? How does that interact with your creative endeavors? Like
As in,
influence it or like so being gay, being queer, has that influenced your creative endeavors?
I would say so. A lot of it. It was like when we went to. We performed at Kona, Color Me Kona, and we did like a look put lipstick on us and stuff, and it made us really realize that we like a bunch of girls like came up to us and they're like, wow, like you are a big inspiration to us. We identify as bisexual or we're gay or lesbian, and we feel like connected to you because you guys are the same. We feel happy that we have someone like that making music and doing that because we don't see many people being gay or lesbian making music openly about it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like I thought that was a really like a monumental point where we like realized that that's our message is kind of getting through, and like who we are as people is not like a bad thing. When we're making music. So yeah.
No,
it does. Yeah, it influences us a lot now, especially now, like after that moment, I think, yeah. But before we were kind of like searching for a reason, searching for a purpose, so we won't be doing this purposely just because we love music.
Right.
There has to be something deeper behind it, So, yeah.
That's smart. And also like your music, seeing you live is really an experience. I have to say, like I just love like
Thank you.
the whole production of it, like just the simplicity of you two on stage singing and like the sound and just the energy you kind of like flow out of you. It really just enraptures the whole room. Like you can tell in everybody, they just like kind of stop what they're doing.
Oh, thank
It's
you.
really beautiful. Like
Yeah, I love the like curated feeling that you create, but that is also so like effortless and warm, and like you can be a part of the experience, whether or not you have any musical talent. Like as just a viewer, you feel like you're in it somehow, like
means a lot.
emotionally. It's really, really lovely.
you guys are doing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you too. Your name is Color Knots. Like, how does being POC, person of color, affect your creative endeavors?
It affects it a lot.
Yeah.
I feel like it was just, it's interesting seeing like, you know, he's Asian and I'm black, like us being together as a relationship, but even as a group, it's like,
Yeah.
whoa, like what the hell is this? Like, who the hell are they? Like, kind of like that kind of thing. And I thought it was, you know, we knew that from the beginning because we lived in New York, and we, like at the end of our like experience within our journey within New York, you know, we started busking, and people really like, we didn't think anyone would stop, but a lot of people just, you know, you guys are cool, like blah blah, blah this and that. And it's like we started realizing that, wow, like we do have something different, you know. We didn't really think we had anything.
It took a
different.
while to like realize.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like to actually think that we had something, because we're like, no, we just make music. Like
Yeah.
everyone makes music, but like then we realized like we're in a biracial relationship, biracial like group, and we're gay.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of things that differentiate us from like other people, which not we're looking for differences, but looking for purpose, you know, behind our work, you know.
No,
So
and in
that's
those
just-
differences, people who are different as well find you,
Mm-hmm.
and that's like awesome for you. Is like being out and being creative and doing what you're doing, like out loud, and you know, not being afraid of, you know, people looking and not liking what they're seeing, I guess, because people just are drawn to it nonetheless. Like that energy I said before, it's hard to be angry.
So, when you were little, what terms did your parents teach you or did you use for genitalia?
What did you do?
And what do you use now? What did I do? What did you do?
Answer the question. It's going.
What,
That was a ghost.
what is this?
These are the right
Momo?
questions.
Are you sure? Because we didn't ask them.
I know we didn't. I took it out, but I guess it's here now. So what do you?
You don't like that question?
No, not really.
I love it. What'd you call it?
What do you call it?
Penis and vagina.
Really?
So you
Dick
were.
and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's what they taught you?
Yeah. My parents taught me dick.
Okay.
This is what you call your dad a dick. Stop it, ghost.
Can we leave these here?
Yeah. Well, before I couldn't see them because I didn't have my glasses on. But
Oh, okay.
then I just decided to take them, and put them back on.
Yeah.
You look adorable.
Thanks.
How about you, Dale?
TT and Kiki.
Adorable.
So which which one's
TT's
which?
gotta be penis.
TT is it's Philip Tagalog. So TT is penis, yeah, and Kiki is vagina.
Oh, I like Kiki.
We're having a kiki.
Yeah. So that's what I was taught when I was younger.
That's adorable. What do you call it now?
I call it dick
Yeah.
and vagina. I say vagina. He says
Wait.
pussy.
Okay, I see.
Do you like pussy?
No, I like the word
like
pussy.
pussy?
Really like
I didn't mean that. We obviously had this discussion already. I know that.
I like that word. I don't know. It just has a clean to it. I don't know.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I love it.
No, I'm not calling
pussy.
anyone like a pussy, but I'm like, oh wow, pussy.
Yeah. When you're
I wouldn't take
when you're
offense to
talking
you calling
about
it
it
pussy.
casually.
What if I called you?
He doesn't even
Hey,
say it like
pussy.
that.
Thank
Hey,
you.
pussy.
He says it like that. He says it like that.
Cats like that?
Hey, pussy.
He was like, kiss my pussy. He always says that.
See, we would have missed out on it if we hadn't asked this question.
All right. Fair enough. It was a pretty good question. Can't wait to replay that.
This is my favorite question coming up.
Okay, so name the two, and this is our favorite question. Name the two most dangerous emotions.
That took me to a dark place when you said that.
Yeah, just right off the dome.
Yeah,
like,
do it,
what is
right.
it?
Anger and jealousy. Jealousy, and also I would think jealousy and insecurities rule like together. Like,
Yeah.
But
like one's kind of a
anger-
reaction to the other.
yeah, I think they all coexist with each other, and they all like intertwine, and it's kind of scary. I experienced something today where I was like, Trey, like you gotta get your shit together. Like I was having a moment where I was getting so insecure and so down on myself, where I was like, what the hell are you doing? Like I was just like, I was getting so insecure about a moment where it was so insignificant. Like I was like, why did I let that rule me like that? And it's like, it happens a lot as a person. I've learned that even though I deny it, I do get insecure and I do get jealous and I do get anger. Like I get angry and I don't like to admit it and I don't like to acknowledge it, and it's what makes it stronger each time it happens, I think. So anger, jealousy, and insecurities kind of coexist for me, and they're the most strongest emotions, I think, for me at least.
I feel that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that too.
What about for you?
I know you just said it, and like I'm happy you said it. Like it's the same for me, and it's crazy. Like I think we both, in a way, share it. I feel like sometimes, in us personally, we're both Leos, and I know you guys can relate, because you guys are both the same zodiac sign as well.
Oh, we've got like total opposite.
Actually,
right?
yeah, we are the complete opposite.
You're the
Wait,
Nina
who
knows
is
about
this?
the signs.
Yeah.
It was G. It was G and
Oh,
Yeah.
oh yeah, that's what
Yeah.
it is. Okay.
Yeah, no, because I'm Aquarius, Capricorn, rising moon, and you're Aries, Scorpio, rising moon.
Oh, okay, so that was you.
Yeah.
Yeah, which
But we got all the.
because we're gonna
all the
interview
color.
like all four of y'all together
Oh,
with the double sign thing.
that's exciting.
That'll be
During
part of our
horoscope week or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
horoscope week.
That's
It'll be like a month.
Speaking of what's
Spread
your
over a
sign?
Yes.
What's your favorite pickup line?
But that rhymed.
That was good.
That was good.
I was trying to be smooth, like it was a pickup
You
line.
did, got it.
I don't know. Pickup
That
line?
actually is a good pickup line. Like
What's your
imagine
sign?
someone lean up on a bar and be like,
What's your sign?
"What's your favorite pickup line?"
Oh, that's kind of hot.
Isn't it?
Okay, so if you have a hard
I
time
might
thinking of
try
that,
that.
what is? We can pretend we don't know each other. What is your favorite pickup line that someone has used on you?
You go. I don't know. You go first.
What did y'all use on each other?
Yeah. How did you meet?
We met, like, we knew each other for a long time.
We actually didn't like each other.
We didn't.
Yeah.
What we didn't know was that hatred was actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
fine
We were
line.
very similar people. Like, very, very similar.
Well, you're both Leos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, on that level, and also on like a kind of like personal level, we do have a very similar, like, we kind of are a little too similar sometimes. Like,
Yes.
kind of sometimes we need to have some space.
Yeah, we do. That's
Space
why.
is healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So space
Necessary.
is your perfect pickup. Just
Yeah.
give me a little space.
Just give me some space, babe.
Yeah, what do y'all do? Like, if you need space, like, how do you communicate that? You just be like, I need some space today.
We're still learning about how to communicate how we need space, because we're just now getting to the stage where we're living with each other. Now, because we were so far apart, we really didn't know how to deal with having space.
Yeah.
You know, because we were so far apart, like literally on the different side of town.
Yeah.
And we're just like, we make music every time we're together. But now that we live together, I was kind of learning that I kind of do, and we both need some like
Yeah.
alone time to kind of like
Stay sane.
sane and coexist with ourselves and know ourselves and learn what ticks us off and what's like what we are feeling in that moment, because if we don't know, then we can't communicate that with each other. So
Right.
A lot of people don't talk about that stuff. Like,
No.
they feel it and they're not really sure why, and
But
they
it's
can't
also
even talk
seen
about
as like
that.
it's something you're not supposed to feel when you find that someone.
Right, yeah,
You
you're
never
supposed
want to
to
spend a
always
minute
wanna
apart.
be-
Like
Exactly.
no, I mean, if you do want that, that's cool. But like, force yourself to be alone. It's like it's such an important lesson. Like, there's so much to learn in just like your own space. And I don't know what I would have done if I wasn't already an introvert, but did get that space. And you know, I keep that in mind now. Still,
Yeah.
I think we worked that out pretty well.
that's good.
Generally.
I mean, we're pretty perfect, so.
Yeah.
You're out.
You said it, I didn't. So, before you guys, I'm just gonna assume you've had sex
Well, because
Yeah.
we've talked
in
about
your
it.
life, yeah. Before you had sex, what did you imagine it as? Like, what did you see it as before?
Like just in any type of sex, or like just,
Yeah, like when you were still a
was-
virgin and thought of sex as like a thing. What
What do you think was gonna happen?
It was
Yeah.
scary to me. I think it was really scary, especially when I like started like thinking like, oh, I'm gay. Like, and I started watching like porn or whatever. I started seeing how that happened. I was like, oh, you know, that's kind of scary. Like that.
Well,
Like,
porn is kind of That's
Yeah, it's
what I was
kinda
about to say. But sex was like
kind of
that.
scary. Yeah.
You're like, wow, I have to be ready for that immediately.
Yeah. It was scary, but I think I was just like, I was kind of like like when will and how will this happen? Like how do you even start it? Like kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that's how I thought about it, like the what and the hows and wheres and who and now or like all that other stuff. I don't know.
Sometimes why?
Yeah, why? Yeah, those questions.
What do you
Always-
think your first time was going to be like? Or what did you think sex would be like? I think there's kind
Painful.
of a difference.
And the only reason why I say painful is just because thinking of how that would happen, and just because, I don't know, thinking about like what I read, not even read about, but like looked like porn and stuff like that, and thinking about gay sex and all that, and I was just like, that's gonna be me. And I was like,
You mean on the bottom? Is that what you're
yeah.
saying?
And it's like,
I just want to clear that
'Cause
up. Okay.
I wanted that.
You can
And
talk
it's-
around it as much
And
as
it's
you
not
want.
even, wow, I'm being really open about that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So real. I wanted it too, Dale.
Wait, what? What are we talking about?
Wait, she's like,
I mean,
hold the
I'm
phone.
talking about a dick in my ass.
Oh,
I don't know what
okay.
anybody else is talking about.
Can't say I've ever wanted that, but my only,
There's still time.
I don't know.
God.
The only thing I can think of that has anything to do with that is awkwardly, and I'm sorry about this, Clay. I'm gonna talk about this. My little brother is gay as well, but like the last time he met I had my girlfriend and I went to visit when I was still seeing her, and he told her, thought he was whispering, but I heard it pretty clearly, that his nickname on his intramural kickball team, which is a gay kickball team, was PB for power bottom.
That's adorable.
Yeah.
What is a power bottom?
Someone who takes it and like pushes back.
What's like a
like a
okay? So like there's just like a like a
like an
submissive
aggressive
bottom?
like an aggressive submission.
Like they just like
Like
take it
someone that
and they're
wants
not
it
like moving
bad.
around.
Like
Yeah.
kind of like someone that is like willing to like.
Well,
back
think
it
of
up.
those two things, like
Okay.
power and bottom.
Gotcha.
Oh my.
Okay.
Yeah, I've
They're
heard
not
the
just
term.
taking it.
Yeah.
They're like.
Yeah.
They're
They're
like
taking.
They're taking
literally
it.
taking
Yeah.
it. Why did you get?
I'd say I'm a power bottom then.
You are one. Yeah, I would say that too. Probably.
You know, I was like having an experience when you were talking about the first time hurting, because I know a lot of gay men, but I don't really talk to them about like their first sexual experiences much, and it just like clicked to me that like every woman thinks that her first time is going to be painful, but not every man does.
Yeah.
But probably every gay man does. If they're
Yeah, they're.
thinking they're going to be a bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love your sign language.
But I just had never crossed my mind, and I think
Yeah.
about a lot of things, so it kind of shocked me
You're going
that
like,
I
Yeah,
thought about that for the first
happening,
time.
yeah.
like whoa.
We can relate on that.
So, since we're talking about my love of gay porn,
I didn't think you said that.
Wait, I don't think you said that.
None of that was previously mentioned. Anyway,
what is your relationship with eroticism?
I mean, you mentioned watching porn before you had sex, so how do you like still watch it? Is that like part of your bedroom life? Like, do you watch it? I don't know.
It's not part of our-
We're asking all these questions.
Yeah,
I
it's
like
not-
watching porn alone.
I prefer it actually. It makes me
Yeah,
feel
alone.
dirty.
I think alone. I think it's. I don't know. It's weird. I think that we're still trying to learn that just because we watch porn or just because we watch porn doesn't mean we
Doesn't
don't.
mean we're not interested in the other
Like
person.
interested in each other, because
Yeah.
I think we kind of get that mixed up just because we just don't mentally take it in the right way. It's
Well,
like,
I mean, society tells you
Yeah, like,
that if you're watching porn,
you
it's
have to be
because there's
single,
something wrong with
yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Or
Because you're not getting what you need in real life
Right,
or
right,
whatever.
right,
Actually,
You
it's
can
not.
definitely enhance it though.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
There's so much learning.
Yeah, self-pleasure is not like a bad thing, I think, which I'm learning, because I used to doubt myself a lot, like, damn, like, why do you want to do this, you know?
I used to like the night when it would happen. The next day, I just knew in that moment. I was like, I know the next day is gonna be horrible because God's gonna punish me.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Were you? Was this like a Christian? Were you raised like?
I was born Catholic.
Oh, same.
Yeah, and I don't know why it would always happen. And like it's still like
It's like drilled into you.
yeah. I'm just now because I'm in a relationship and we're pretty much open now, and it's not like that anymore.
Yeah.
But before, it was bad. Like
It's a lot
I would
of
psych
shame to put
myself
on
out.
yourself too.
Yeah.
Like, how are you even gonna like come if you're like God's watching me?
Yeah, exactly.
Unless you're in a voyeurism.
Jesus is always next to me. What is he doing?
That's exactly how I would feel.
Privacy.
So,
Apparently, there is none with him.
since we're talking about my love of Jesus porn,
We're never talking about
How many times do you think a person can fall in love? Actually, that's the question.
but wait, before we go to that question,
Okay,
I do want
sorry.
to know, like, I actually really do love watching gay
I
male
do too.
porn.
I really do.
Do you guys like watching lesbian porn?
I think anyone does.
What? I do. Yuck my yum.
I'm sorry. My apologies.
I don't think when I tried to a long time ago, like just to get into it, and I don't know, I just could not get into it. That's just me personally.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. I've watched it like twice, and obviously, like I think ejaculating is not like anything that you would do based off like what you're seeing. Sometimes
It's
it's
a
based
thought.
off the thought of the feeling of it.
Yeah.
And it's never based off like sometimes it's never based off what I'm seeing. It's sometimes based off the feeling.
Yeah.
I think because lesbian, I think I came to lesbian porn, but I didn't really experience it like in that way that I think a heterosexual male probably would.
Yeah.
It was more like the connection.
Yeah,
to,
yeah. It-
I just like the it being exterior with gay
Yeah.
porn. Like, there's just like that, that masculinity that's very like outward and like, I don't know. There's just something very hot about it.
It's
I
also
don't
like
know.
way more real than
Yeah,
lesbian
yeah.
porn, because lesbian porn is
Or even
usually two
straight.
straight girls like
Like going like
kind
this.
of with like long fingernails. And, like,
There's a lot of like this motion. And like very like straight, like I can't bend my fingers. Do you like that?
and they're like clearly doing it for someone else. Or
Like
there's like
for
the
the
camera
camera.
guy's like, yeah, that's great. And I'm just
Yeah, I get what you're
like, I
saying.
did.
And the
find
reactions
this
of the other girl, I'm just like, you're faking it.
Yeah.
It's
not
so
real.
fake.
When you do find like a good lesbian porn where they're like clearly into it, that's the good
I
stuff.
like the queer porn.
Yeah, I like good. I like really good. I
Yeah.
like I love trans porn.
Oh my god, yeah, that too.
I've never watched that.
I've never watched trans
It's
porn.
very interesting. It's like, I don't know, that hiddenness of like how sex is like cloaked and like you shouldn't, I don't know, it just, when you're that queer and that like out there, you just go for it. And I love that about it. There's just like no,
No rules.
yeah.
I just
Yeah,
love
I get-
gender fuckery too.
Yeah,
Just
same.
I get what you're saying. Yeah, it's like it's fluid in the moment.
Yeah. And like you watching it, like you're not like held back by like, oh, this is porn. Like it's like whimsical and weird and some weird music going on. It's like, it seems more real and like, I don't know, I feel like I can get more lost.
I think too, it allows
Yeah.
me to be like, I think as people, we're forced to like be in a binary, and like I'm forced to be a woman all day long. Like I don't always identify that way. Sometimes I'm just like I want to be a being, and to be able to see like all gender spectrums and sexuality spectrums, that like takes me outside of my like forced perception of self that everybody else puts on me. Really like
I get what you're saying. Yeah, that makes sense too. You just want to kind of be.
I just want to be.
Yeah.
I just want to be and come, you know?
I mean, what else does a girl want?
That was good.
I just want to be in
Being calm.
So, moving on. How many times do you think a person can fall in love in their lifetime? And how many times have you been in love?
I think a person can be in love a lot of times. I don't think there's any limit for it, because I feel like there's a lot of things that in life may not happen the way you want it to, leading for you to fall in love with somebody else or another whatever. But I don't know, me personally, I'd say falling in love, I'd say like once, and that is Trey. and like I'm not just saying that just to say that, but we always talk about this. It's just because I feel like all the other people that I've ever tried or was with, I could never be myself around or be like completely just myself. I don't know how else to put it.
Just
Yeah.
being calm.
Yeah, being without no regrets.
That'd be one of our merch. A shirt that just says "Be and Come."
Yeah,
That's good.
we have it recorded, so we won't forget.
Okay. Yeah, but yeah, that sums mine up.
That's really being calm.
I don't really know how to answer that, to be honest. I don't know. Like, I've never really been in love, other than like if you said that. But I've loved people. Like, I've loved people that I've met, like not even being in a relationship with them. Like, oh, I love you, kind of thing, you know. But in love, it's such a deeper, more thing that like kind of consensual. Like, it's like you love them. Like, you're
Yeah.
like being calm. Basically, you want to be in calm with them all the time. Yeah. I think that's what I said. I think everyone can fall in love multiple times. You can fall in love,
Yeah.
like I could be in like I can love you right now, but I'm not saying I'm in love with you, but I love you.
How dare you?
I'm in love with you. Let's be calm.
Hearing you talk about it that way, like I've known this, but like and it's probably because I was always gay. But like I've had really intimate friendships with like girlfriends or just friends, and like I was in love with them, and I wouldn't have called it that then or like understood it as that then, but yeah, for sure, like all the qualifiers of in love, I had that.
Yeah,
For me, anyways, and I think it's a different experience for everyone.
everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you?
That's a long story. Shortly sum it up.
Trying to break the world record for being in love.
What?
Are you trying to break the world
No,
record? for
no.
being-
I mean, I've thought I was in love, but it was kind of, I was a bit tricked because I didn't think that I deserved it. And so if someone like presented me with this idea of like, oh, they love me, like, I guess I'm supposed to love them back. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't want to be alone, so that's kind of where I landed. And then after a while of like getting kind of tricked into like feeling like they want to get to know me or do know me, and really they're just like interested in how I look or what I present to them as like a person or a thing that they can use. I don't know. I just got kind of like over love, like hated that word and didn't use it, and I don't know. I would only use it with my cat, but it's because I truly do love her, and nothing can question that. But that's another thing. But I mean, it's silly, but like before I like started feeling it for Ari, I didn't feel happy really. I was just like, what are these words? They don't mean anything. People don't know what they mean, and I hate them because they're just misused. And I feel like people should get a little more book reading and figure out another word to use instead of love all the time. But it's kind of changed my mind. I feel a little bit less dissuaded from that idea, and thanks for that.
You're welcome.
So it's a work in progress, but that's where I'm at now.
Yeah, when we first started dating, she was like, "No, love's not real."
Yeah,
And I was like,
I was
"Oh,
one of those
okay.
people.
I really, really like this person. Probably could fall in love with them, but I'll just get used to the idea of that not happening."
You stuck around and
I did. Yeah. You were worth me having my feelings without you confirming them.
he's really sweet.
Ask the next question.
Okay.
Stop being gushy.
What are two things you know about yourself that, I always forget this word, that don't need any reinforcement? So they're just like, I know this about myself. I am
Nobody
this-
else has to tell you.
Yeah. Two things.
I'm sensitive. I know that. And I know that for a fact now. And I would always tell myself that being sensitive is something that I can't be because it shows a sign of weakness. But now I know, like, for sure, like I'm sensitive as fuck, and no one can tell me that I'm not, or tell me that I'm being too much, because I know that I am, and I'm gonna own up to it. Like there's
gonna
no one
own
telling
it.
me. Yeah.
Own it.
That's like what I love about you and what I love about
Yeah,
your music,
right.
the sensitive
I
quality.
know, and there's like strength in that.
Fuck all those
It's awesome.
people who don't like your sensitivity.
Oh,
It gives me, it makes me who I am. Without my
Yes.
sensitivity, then I'm just like anybody else who's numb to everything. I don't want to be that anymore. Like I don't know why I feel like this.
hey,
It's
you
just
can
like,
still be sensitive and numb, okay?
yeah, that's true too. I just don't want to be that type. I don't want to be masked, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you can say the other one while I think about the other one.
Wait, no, go.
You pick one. First thing off the top of your head when you think
I
about
mean,
yourself.
G's was, I'm tired and I'm black.
Yep.
That's a
So
good one.
they can
I think you walked in on that one.
Yeah, I can't remember any of the
love
other ones.
that.
So, yeah.
I
The way
would
she said it, it was just like,
I'm tired. I'm
it's
tired.
like she threw it up in the air.
Tired and I'm black.
I would say, before I say my other one, I would say that I'm black is one too, but there's I think it's really deep, like more deep for me personally. I think throughout my life I tried to deny that I was black, and to deny my skin color, deny who I was, because I was scared of like owning it, because my mother is like a different, like she's black, but she's also something else. Like she's a different ethnicity, and my mom's side is a different, she's not black, they're not black. But like I feel like I felt like being someone that's biracial but also has like the dark complexion. It's like you're living in like a identity crisis. Like you don't really know, like, damn, like am I black, or can I take that? Because I felt like I didn't fit into what everyone in society said that black people were, and that I felt like I was like, okay, I'm black, but like, do I act black or do I look black?
Did you like constantly feel like you were appropriating blackness?
Yes, like, I felt like I was constantly like, damn, like, am I being the right black, or like it's not trying to be funny or anything, but am I being the right? Am I acting the
had
right
that
way to be?
experience, yeah.
Am I conforming to the right type of black? Like, can I be identified as black? No, will the black people treat me like I'm black because of the way I act, or you talk white, or that kind of thing that made me feel like I was living in an identity crisis. Like I didn't know who I was. So I think I know now that firmly I'm black, and I'm proud. And,
Black and proud. That's two. I'm black and I'm proud.
Good.
good.
I love that. Yes, I
Yeah.
identify so hard with that.
What's your second?
Since you heard
Mine's
both
serious.
yours down.
Yeah.
Oh no, I was just gonna say limitless.
Limitless.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, I feel like in the back of my mind I'm always like, I used to, and I'm not even gonna say used to, because sometimes I still do. Sometimes I blame others for my insecurities, and I shouldn't do that. Or like whenever I do get insecure, blame it on anything else besides myself. And it's like, that ties into being limitless, because I'm limitless because no one's limiting me except me. So I have the power to, I don't know if that makes any sense.
I feel that.
To let
no,
go
I
of-
feel that.
Yeah.
You're the only person that has the power
I'm
to
the
let go
only-
of those limits.
Yeah, no one else has
Yeah.
the power to limit me, but
But you do.
I do. So,
So,
therefore, I'm
you're
limitless. Yeah,
I totally get that.
yeah.
Um,
Profound gay queer
Queer
experience.
I mean, from an outside perspective, I would think it's color knots.
same. But you can also say this experience right now.
Oh, this is an experience.
This is profound.
Yes, it is very profound.
Yeah.
Someone has said it in the past, but
Really?
no, I'm just collecting.
No, I think this is a profound moment. I think it's really cool that we're opening up so much to
Right.
you guys. And
Yeah,
we're getting to know you guys too. So it's
Yeah.
cool.
It is very profound. This is definitely a profound queer moment.
You don't have to say it. I was just joking.
Yeah, no, but it is.
Shut up, Nina. Just enjoy the moment.
Are you biting your hand?
What is that?
I don't know. I started doing it when you guys started.
I know.
I just
my nose
giggled.
'cause it's
I think I've giggled more in this interview than any other interview. This interview wins the Giggle Award.
Well, that's good. I've been giggling a lot in this interview.
Because it's funny. I think everything's really fun. Just enjoying the time.
Yeah.
I'm having an okay time.
Whoa.
Damn. Takes a while for her to warm
Have
up.
a
Don't take
chocolate.
offense.